It was 1996. Kelly Ripa was a rising soap opera star, full of fire and sparkle, known for her role on All My Children. Mark Consuelos, her on-screen love interest, was equally charismatic. Off-screen, their chemistry was undeniable. But the world didn't know that beneath the camera-ready smiles and scripted drama, something real and unscripted was brewing. And one day, without a press release, paparazzi swarm, or seven-tier cake, they eloped. In true plot twist fashion, Kelly and Mark tied the knot in Las Vegas. The total cost, $174. That's it. No designer dress. No celebrity guest list. No, his and hers, swan ice sculptures melting slowly beside a 24-piece string quartet. Just two people, two rings, and one decision that would outlast Hollywood marriages, trend cycles, and every possible headline. Nearly 30 years later, Kelly Ripa says it with a smile, a wink, and a pinch of pride, $174 and we've been married almost 30 years. Let's just pause on that. In a world where weddings often cost more than down payments and last less time than the honeymoon hangover, Kelly and Mark's story has the charm of a rebellious love song. You can almost hear Sinatra humming in the background. It's not just that their wedding was affordable, it's that it was intentional. They didn't spend their savings, they spent their hearts. Now, decades later, the fact that the marriage lasted longer than most Hollywood careers is almost funny. But beneath the humor, there's something deeply poetic about it. The romance of rebellion. In hindsight, maybe it was never about the $174. It was about the audacity to say, this is enough. No matching napkins needed, no tulle-draped ballroom, no argument over the playlist or the seating chart or whether Uncle Dave should be seated near the open bar. Spoiler, he shouldn't. Theirs was a wedding that said, we're not here for the show. We're here for the forever. And forever, it turns out, has a very good return on investment. Sure, Kelly and Mark now live a life of luxury. They have the houses, the fame, the talk shows, the perfectly sculpted abs. They've posted glowing tributes to each other on social media, celebrated anniversaries with glamorous getaways, and raised 3 children. But when Kelly brings up their $174 wedding, you can tell, this isn't just nostalgia. It's pride, not in how little they spent, but in how much they built. Because at the end of the day, what does a wedding really cost? And more importantly, what is it worth? Love that outlasts the receipt. When Kelly Ripa brags about her inexpensive wedding, she's not bragging about being frugal. She's bragging about being right. She's telling a love story in reverse. Instead of starting with the fairy tale wedding and ending with a tabloid breakup, they started with the real, raw, unfiltered stuff. A quick decision in Las Vegas, a couple of rings, and a bottle of champagne, maybe not even chilled. And it worked. Today, the Ripa Consuelos marriage is part Hollywood legend, part life goal. They've grown together, worked together, laughed, and cried on live television together. They've made a business of love, but more importantly, they've made a life out of it. That $174. That was just the entry fee to a marathon they were ready to run. When simple is sacred, let's be honest, weddings today can feel more like a performance than a promise. It's become an industry, a spectacle, an Instagram highlight reel waiting to happen. There are mood boards and destination venues, signature cocktails and professional vow writers. And while there's nothing wrong with a beautiful celebration, love deserves to be celebrated. Kelly's story is a gentle reminder that the magic isn't in the budget. It's in the belief that you've found your person. That you don't need a stage to start your life. That you can skip the aisle and still arrive at forever. In fact, maybe the simplicity is the sacred part. No distractions, no pressure, just 2 people whispering, I do, and meaning it with every cell in their being. And maybe that's why Kelly Ripa talks about it like a secret she's proud to share. Like she knows she got away with something. Something rare, something pure. A receipt that became a legacy. Think about it, if you framed that $174 receipt today, it would be worth more than any designer gown ever worn. It would be proof that you don't need perfection, you need commitment. You don't need chandeliers, you need connection. You don't need 200 guests, you need one partner who shows up, every day, for 30 years and counting. Kelly and Mark didn't just get married. They stayed married. In an industry where relationships are often timed like movie contracts, they chose each other again and again, even when the cameras were off. And if you asked them now, I bet they'd both agree, best $174 they ever spent. Love is the investment, so maybe the next time someone asks, how much did your wedding cost? We should flip the question. Not, how much did you spend that day? But, how much have you invested since? How many apologies were made before ego stepped in? How many days started with coffee and ended with forgiveness? How often did you laugh at things that weren't even funny, just familiar? How many times did you choose each other, even when you didn't have to? Because love isn't expensive, love is valuable. There's a difference. And if you ever need proof, just ask Kelly Ripa. She'll smile and say, $174. And then she'll walk off arm in arm with the man who's still worth every penny.